inside of Allegiant Stadium as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visiting sideline, the Bills and their head coach. His defense ready to lead the charge again after pitching that shutout last week. Across the way, leading the Raiders, head coach Clint Kubiak. His guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you, hoping there's a good one in store for all of us. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Finds some space, he's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And at the helm for them, the perennial MVP contender, Fireball Zone, Josh Allen.
This offense has done a nice job this year. Top 10 in the league for a reason. Nice complimentary ball. But you know as a quarterback, when you take that first snap, you're looking across at a top 10 defense as well. This might be one of those cases where iron truly sharpens iron.
There's the tackle, but the damage already done. Give him about 23 on that play. And it'll be first down Buffalo. First tone of the game for James Cook. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 9 carries, 104 yards. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Allen setting up play action. Flushed out now to his left. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throw, 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. Making the call himself. No one's around him. He's got space. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, this hasn't been the case often enough this season, Brock, and you can tell by the way they're celebrating. These guys grateful to go against that trend here, cash in on their opening possession.
Yep, long overdue as they try climbing out of the basement of the lowest-ranked offenses in the league. That's how you do it. Slow starts have plagued them, but not on that drive.
Raiders, nothing.
Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They're led out by the first overall pick in the draft. Help lead Indiana football's turnaround, Fernando Mendoza.
Count me. I'll raise my hand. I'm really interested to see what this is going to look like. The league's best defense and how you go about as a quarterback attacking them. I know this. You've got to be on point because this deep.
Oh, and the pressure is there. They're going to get to him on their very first snap. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 16-yard line.
Man in motion here. Mendoza on 2nd. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jency. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Mendoza now. Got a man over the middle. It's Bowers. And it's going to be 4th down. Great bid for the line. Almost got there, Brock. But just needed that last step or two to pay off. They did not.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. Headed out right. Big strike here to Moore. And this will be stopped just before the play reaches that 30-yard mark. Still a great gain, Brock, and a new set of downs. This is Cook. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by Ncaa27.
I don't think we're ever going to get away from the stat line of turnovers and winning that turnover margin being the biggest singular key in the NFL, Kate. I'll tell you what, when you run for 100 yards plus, you win 70% of the time. They did a week ago with this guy, and he's off to an excellent start.
Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. Stops there, but that gets them the first big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
22 yards. First down, Bills.
Allen on the play action. Rolling out to his left. Toward the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bills. Josh Allen, his second already in this opening quarter. Pass on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. It's a 14-0 game here early.
14. Raiders nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off.
Bass now to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. That's the end of our opening quarter. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. It's Mendoza. And this is going to wind up incomplete. Second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Well, we had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Mendoza. He's got a man, but he can't make the catch. And it hit just a little too much. Breaks up that big play as third down goes unanswered. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Takes this in at the 25. He dodged the tackle. He spins ahead. And they'll bring him down, but some nice damage done on that return. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good game, but the tackle limits it to 9. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And give him the first down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. Allen wants to push the pace.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills first down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Good running here. He's across the 15. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Trying to work quickly now.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Working inside the red zone. And there it is. Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore. His 4th through the air this season. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Bass on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And the lead now 21.
Raiders nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Mendoza. He's keeping it. And he'll give himself up to end the run. That's going to move the sticks. Mendoza the hurry up here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Las Vegas first.
This is Mendoza. Contact is made. He's hit and dropped back across midfield at the 44. Ed Oliver matching last week's effort with that sack.
This defense just continues, Kate, to be suffocating. They have not lost form from that shutout a week ago. And these negative plays, putting your opponent behind the chains, goes a long way to those dominant defensive efforts.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. Mendoza working. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Here's the snap to Mendoza. Good as he was letting that one go. That pass isn't even going to get beyond the line. That is incomplete. And the defense forces 4th down. A.J. Cole on the punt. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Bills and DJ Moore back in possession here. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
All set now. 1st and 10. Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a 1st down. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing here, Allen. Has it downfield, working the left. This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And that's going to give the Bills the 1st down. So Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Allen to throw. Buying some time right. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as a play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain, but that feels like a sack for those defenders.
And out he goes after picking up 20. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Allen setting up to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's Allen. On the move, headed right. Cut near the goal line. And he is stopped. They get to him inches from a touchdown. That's going to make it first and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. 5 seconds left, and they are going for 6. No field goal here. Cook is in for the Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights, and they continue piling onto this lead.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Has this at the 6. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home to take on the Super Bowl champs, the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Sam Darnold. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Seahawks are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Baker Mayfield. He's going to locate Chris Godwin. That one on a dime, 40 yards for the touchdown. The Buccaneers walk it off. They win in overtime. Lastly, let's take a look at our Week 6 impact player thus far. A lot of candidates to choose from, but we'll go with this man. And this is Devontae Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Eagles improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half from the former MVP, Josh Allen. His guys looking to keep their unbeaten start to the season alive as we send it back out for the second half to our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Just hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Kubiak getting his Raiders ready for their upcoming possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Mendoza. He's running with it. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Mendoza from the gun. And it's going to end up an incomplete pass, partner. So that brings up 3rd down.
Intended for Trey Tucker. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Mendoza from the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. Now he's past the 25. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Pass play coming here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. 3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Tight end going in motion here.